All right, everybody, welcome to the Late Night All Day podcast with Jamie and AJ. That rhymes and that is not by design. Oh my God, I'm on a roll today. So, Jamie, how you doing today?
I am phenomenal. How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. So, the topic of the hour, everybody has been talking about Russell Wilson and Ciara. It seems that people are upset with seeing a naked woman online.
It's insane. This woman, this married woman who's minding her own business, how dare she wear a revealing dress? Not only did she wear it, she wore it with her husband. She wasn't out there in them streets chasing nobody. She wasn't out there trying to get attention. She was walking hand in hand down a red carpet, someplace our broke behinds are not, minding the business that pays her with her husband. So
Exactly.
wait, I don't. What makes me more upset? It was a theme. There were over 40 something other people half naked, and I did not see any issues or talk back about them.
No, it was just Sierra. And it was more like I seen a lot of people more on Russell Wilson, like, oh my God, how can you let your wife dress like that? You're no man. How all this stuff like listen, that man is worth $300 million. He is a good looking man, from what I have seen women say.
Mm-hmm,
He,
mm-hmm.
he's very accomplished at what he does.
I mean,
He
maybe
seems
not
like
last season.
well, hey, you can't win them all. You can't win them all.
He didn't, but he tried.
But for the lack of a better word, he seems like a stand-up dude, stand-up guy. And I'm like, he got his wife is arguably one of the most beautiful women in the world.
Beautiful,
A
gorgeous.
woman, a woman that most of these guys that are complaining about would have absolutely positively no chance with. Who I've never seen so many guys upset to see a half naked woman online.
Listen, we see ovaries, BBLs, boobs of people we do not care about seeing them of. We saw enough of Black China's. I've seen enough of Kim Kardashian. If Kim Kardashian wore that dress while she was walking the red carpet with Kanye West, which she has worn a see-through dress, walking the red. Oh my God, she's so influential. Kanye is just so lucky. Kim is just so stunning. Sierra does it. How dare she disrespect her husband? How dare he allow her to go out the house like that?
Allow
Allow. Oh my God.
that.
I've never seen he must be so weak. Oh, she must wear the pants. Actually, they both wear very expensive designer pants.
I
So
mean, and
why are we in business?
I seen somebody say that we need to stay out of rich people's business as well. So
I'm
I mean,
saying
it's just different when you are on that level. And then I seen a lot of people talking about Russell Wilson's not a man. He doesn't his masculinity. She took his masculinity. She emasculated him. Now my take on it: if a man is comfortable in his masculinity, his woman is going to be comfortable in her femininity.
preach.
And Sierra looks like she is free and comfortable and protected. So I'm not seeing what the problem. I really want to know what exactly is the problem that these people are having.
I mean, they have to talk about something. I just don't understand why it's always them, though. This man, okay, first of all, they've been married for 7 years. Let's
Mm,
get that straight. Okay, they've made it longer than half of Hollywood. Okay,
right, right.
7 years. Both of their actual biological children are not out of wedlock. Okay. He
He
loves
made
her son with Future as if he was his own, wouldn't even know that that's not his actual biological son. He bought the rights to all of her music, so she owns her music. Man said, ma'am, you will never have to pay anybody else to play your records. This is your music. Okay.
Bought her out of slavery.
Bought her out of slavery, sir. Said when they write the check, they put it to Ciara Wilson. Thank you very much.
Yeah, like
this man is so secure with who he is. Like, I don't get it. Why?
And you know, a lot of people were, which I thought was funny. Like, well, Russell Wilson, he looks sad in these pictures and all this stuff. Let me go ahead and tell you what was going on in these pictures. there's two things happening with Russell Wilson in these pictures. One, he's trying to do his sexy face. And like we talked about last week, he's kind of a corny guy. So when corny tries to be sexy, it doesn't really work too well. Also, what a lot of these people complain about, the people that are complaining, they don't realize that they're on the red carpet. When you're on the red carpet, what happens is you got a bunch of photographers. Hey, let's take a picture this way, take a picture that way. So especially when it's a couple, you're never going to get both people looking at one camera at the same time. Right. And that's what's happened.
Rarely. And the only pictures they posted were the ones where he looks frightened to be there. Because one thing you always notice with him, he always steps back and just lets her shine. He's not insecure at all.
At all.
He just sort of stands there and basks in the awness that is Ciara. She's freaking gorgeous, and she commands them flashes from the camera.
I've seen one person say, like, he was looking at her like, "Oh, you getting it tonight?" That's how he was looking.
He said, let's work on baby number 4.
And I wouldn't be surprised if that came up.
And you know what? And they can do that because they can afford to have another kid, and they're married and they're happy. Exactly, Deborah. Marilyn Monroe's been doing the naked dress trend forever. She was out there being homewrecker of the century, Miss Monroe, stealing presidents. Very publicly with no clothes on. And everybody loved Marilyn. Loved Marilyn when she did it. Okay. But the minute Ciara, who's married to her husband, and that's what upset me. She wasn't out there by herself. She was on the red carpet with him.
Everybody else was by themselves.
Everybody else was. Thank you.
Well, were they? I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
People had their partners there, but they weren't the focal point because they weren't Ciara and Russell. Because goodness forbid if those two do anything and they're not criticized for it. Because
so I'm like,
Savannah, LeBron's wife, and they're like, but Savannah's not naked. Okay, good for her. Good for her.
I've always been, whatever makes you feel comfortable, wear that. Come on, y'all. Like, geez. And it's like you said, it's always those two. And I'm going to go ahead and put my conspiracy cap on. They're a successful black couple, right?
Right.
Who used to be the black celebrity couple everybody looked to as, relationship goals? Will and Jada. They're not there anymore. The Obamas, they're untouchable, and nobody's gonna say nothing about it. But when it comes,
ever say anything bad about,
when it comes, right? So when it comes to the celebrities, the only ones we got left, Ciara and Russell Wilson. So for some reason, people are not liking to see the black love, so they're gonna try to find any little reason to bring it down. That's what I think. So I'm gonna go ahead and take my conspiracy cap off now.
I mean, look, all of the even the fake TV couples, we used to love us some Bill, and then Bill started doing wrong, and he's sitting in prison, and then it's like, okay, then that was messed up. Then Will and Jada, boom, they go mess that up. So I mess with Russell. Like Russell stepped in, loves Ciara, basks in her greatness. Allows her to be great.
My family comes from, an extended family. My grandfather, he was technically my step grandfather, but he stepped into that role, and we never thought otherwise. And it's not. That's how it should be if you're a step parent.
Mm-hmm.
It's not you're a step away, you're stepping up. You step up to be a parent, So I really hope that this narrative can change with this, and it's all this what masculinity is, and oh my god, that word simp. I hate that word so much because it's like, it's not like he's like begging her to be with him. They're already together, and he's treating his woman the way that she should be treated.
Absolutely.
Do you know what Sierra's middle name is?
What's her middle name?
Princess.
Boom.
And I'm pretty sure that's come up in many conversations between them.
Boom. He said, let's take it one step closer. Let me move this pawn over on this chessboard real quick. Boom. Queen.
Hey,
boom.
For real.
Queen. Okay.
So what's this?
We got some comments here. Let's scroll it. Exactly, Scorpio. She's with her husband. They need to chill.
Yep.
Nothing wrong with being a happily married couple doing their thing. But I don't understand, because how is it Kim and Kanye together was terrible, but they could do no wrong?
Well, I think because Kanye is already on that level of, well, at the time, there's nothing he can do. There's nothing he can do to make people upset. Like, he was getting to that point, and then he was like, nah, I'm going to find something to make you guys hate me. Hey, I love Hitler, guys. What about that? Y'all hate me now? Most of us do now.
That was the best part. He goes, all right, they love me still. Let me marry a Kardashian. Dang, that didn't work. All right, let's have a bunch of kids. Dang, that didn't work. White people hate black people. Nope, that didn't work. MAGA. Nope, that didn't work. Got it. Hate Hitler.
I like what Bridget says right here. Toby and Fat are a successful struggle love couple. What's up, Camille? And after they had that, Toby and Fat had that interview where he just was like, yeah, I was only with her because she wouldn't leave me alone. Like, come on, man.
Now let's go back to that corny simp conversation.
Mm-hmm. Like, you making your never make your partner look bad in public.
Well,
that as much as they try to make them, huh?
He's illiterate.
Who?
Toby.
But still, I'm just a firm believer of, like, I'm not gonna make my partner look bad in public. You don't do that.
I feel like for them it was just like, let's get some attention. So let's be embarrassing.
I mean, negativity brings the clicks.
He seemed extremely okay with it. So
what's up, Ryan? Yeah, so
wait, let's see what Michelle said. Will and Jada are doing what's good for their relationship, but people want to have an opinion because it's not what they would want, which is fine. But like, let them live their successful, rich lives without us.
For real.
Exactly.
I mean, since, the polyamory relationships aren't taken too well, especially not if it's in the public eye, because it's always seen as the guy is doing the thing, but if the girl got multiple partners, now the guy looks like he's some kind of cuckold guy and the girl is cheating on him. Nah, man. Like, I've been in poly relationships and it's not like that. I'm like, come on, man. Like, they both knew what each other was doing. Will Smith was dating Jamie Priestley. Is that her name? I don't know. Whoever played Harley Quinn.
Yeah, Jamie Priestley or Presley or whatever.
Is that her name?
Yeah.
Correct us if we're wrong, people. we're okay with being corrected if we're wrong.
Harley Quinn. We know her as that. Yeah, they dated publicly. You
know what? Hey, Charles got a good point right here. I do like them as a couple. I feel Tiana Taylor and Iman Shumpert are a good black couple.
Yes.
They were
beautiful black couple.
Margot Robbie. we were just wrong.
No, that's what it is. Jamie Priestley is her doppelganger.
They look alike. They look super alike.
Thank you.
My bad. Thank you, everybody. We'll put it up there. It's Margot Robbie, who's a phenomenal actress. I do like her. I do like her as Harley Quinn. Whoops. So they do look alike, and I mean, there's been many memes about that. You know,
They do. I'm so mad because how many times do they do that doppelganger thing? And I'm like, which one's Harley Quinn?
you know, but if you put them side by side, I'm gonna say Margot Robbie looks a little bit better. Jamie Priestley is starting to look
I
tired.
was about to say that's because Margot is the younger Jamie Priestley. Yeah, that's what it is.
So, all right. So we're gonna get to the second part of the show.
Yes.
And we are going to be interviewing my best friend, who is the CEO of Irosha Entertainment, that is based in Nigeria. And we're going to go ahead and bring her on. And her name is Marlena Anderson.
Well,
how you doing?
I is good.
Won't he do it?
Won't he do it?
There we go. So, Marlena, we're just going to start with some basic questions for you, and let the people get to know you. So, how'd you get into music?
Oh, my mama made me do it. I'm just so seriously like big facts. I've been in music honestly since I was 3 years old. Like I started playing the piano when I was 3. I started singing when I was 8. All right. I started singing when I was about 8. Been in the choir. We met AJ in the choir. We did in the
choir. Yeah.
School choir. The school
choir.
I got
only reason I was in choir. My bad. Go ahead.
No. What was the reason you were in choir, AJ?
To meet girls.
That was worth the pause. It
was. No, not you, AJ.
But yes, I've been pretty much all my life. Technically, I'm classically trained on the piano. Trained in gospel music and R&B with my voice. I know how to produce music. I come from a pretty musical family. It's just kind of in whatever I thought was very cool for is like, oh damn, we just came from a very musical family. It was just second nature to be involved in some type of music. And even like as a little girl, my girlfriends are all, we had a girl group called Double Vision and things like that. So we all had like also type of like singing and trying to performing involved like in my life. And then I got introduced to Nigerian music. Oh my God, like 2009 is a very long time ago. And I just fell in love with it then. I always loved like different genres of music. I probably have a favorite song from each genre, heavy metal, every genre. I probably can find a song. Yes, that's my jam right there, But Nigerian music specifically really stuck out with me. I really enjoyed it. And then I started listening to it like exclusively like in 2017. So like that would be all that was on my playlist. I think you remember like, hey, you gotta listen to this. This is Wande Cole. This is Wizkid. Like this is Burna Boy. Like there's all these different people that their sound was just like, yeah, this is. I mean, I've always loved our music in the diaspora. So like even the Caribbean and the, just different music that our rhythms are just out of this world. But I just kind of laid, got kind of stuck there in Nigeria with the music, and moving forward, like I ended up becoming very popular somehow in Nigeria. In
2019, somewhere in there. Yeah.
2019. I don't know, this influx of fans from I don't know. I thought I went viral or something from something. I had no idea, but it's just a lot of Nigerian brethren started adding me on social media from all over. This is like long before I got into long before I got into music on the side. And I don't know, I met Iroko, who at the time was a comedian. So he was doing the comedian thing. And then so I watched some of his shows and whatnot. And he would show me different skits and things that he had. And then out of nowhere, he was like, "Hey, you want to listen to my song?" I'm like, "You sing?" I just knew him as like a comedian, so I didn't have to do it. I was like, "Oh, you be doing my music?" Like I had no idea that he was a singer. And then what's up?
Oh, go ahead.
No, like, just when I heard his song, I was like, "Oh, you're actually like good. You're actually good." And so, he asked me like, "Hey, would you be willing, to help me promote my song?" I'm like, "Well, how serious are you about this?" And he's like, "I'm very serious. This is my life. This is my dream. I want to be a musician." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, how about I help you? Like I can help you, sponsor your music. I'll, help you with your first few songs." And like as I'm thinking about it, like I was like, "Yeah, this is like I'll help you in December of 2020, right?" And as I'm thinking about it, and I finally get to help him in December, I'm like, "Well, have you considered like just being your own label?" And like why for me it was like I just knew that the competition in Nigeria, like anywhere, just like here, it's very, 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 very fierce, very, very fierce, very tough. And I just kind of felt like positioning us in that sense and just starting our own business rather than just being musicians trying to get discovered. It just kind of it did, which I was right. It gave us a different advantage. It gave us just a different advantage to the music business. So it's almost 2 years later we're here.
Love it.
So how did you guys come up with the name Irosha? What does that mean?
Which is really cool. So Irosha, I believe, is an Indian name, but it's really just a makeup of him, which is Iro, and then my middle name is Siobhan, so Iro and Sha. So that's our names that actually just kind of make it really cool.
Show them the logo.
In there.
Show them the shirt.
There we go. See, can you guys see me? Irosha.
There we go. Irosha Entertainment.
This is the shirt.
Write it down, y'all. IROSHA. Write it down, everybody.
Yes. Yeah, but it's definitely a work in progress. I basically threw myself into the fire. Like, yeah, I've had some, experience here, very to the music business here, but it's just a totally different world. It's Africa, it's a totally different industry, different who's out there. And, I had to go. I had to go and see what it was about. So that's how we ended up out there, AJ.
So we went to Nigeria 2021, and it was quite the experience. There was a moment where we were out there and Marlena was in her alter ego, Prissy Pinkston. She had her was it a blue? I think it was a blue wig.
Yeah.
And I noticed this little girl looking at her like she was like, oh my God, who is that? Like looking at her like she was like Beyonce or somebody.
Aww.
Like they treated us like we was celebrities wherever we were going. There were some nice people on the most part. I mean, there were also some begging people, but
the damn people, it's always. But yes, to piggyback, yes, most part was great.
So what projects do you guys have coming up? You got any new artists you signed? Any songs you about to drop?
Yes, actually, we have a lot of content that's waiting. So, we expanded. After 2021, it's kind of like it was like it was a nexus point, if you will. If I hadn't gone, who knows if I don't even know where I don't know where I would be if we hadn't gone in 2021. Like, I ended up meeting a lot of people out there, and my network grew just because of the face-to-face organic meetings that I had. And then my social media presence, even though it's kind of all over the place, but it's a nice presence, if you will. I was able to meet DJ Anusa, who is in Zimbabwe. And so we market kind of landed back in, like, we're here, if you will, kind of. So we're like, we barely market here in the US, but we market heavily in Nigeria, heavily in Zimbabwe. I have Iroko, who is representing Nigeria, and then I have a female artist named Tinky Barbie who can sing. She is representing. Oh, yeah, she can sing. She's representing Zimbabwe, and so I have a team there that's marketing her, and then we have a team in Nigeria that we are marketing. So I was just there this past August. Back in August, I was in Nigeria, and I was able to do a show in Onitsha. So we went a little bit further in to Nigeria than on the coast. We made it inward to the inland. And honestly, that experience this time was actually, I needed that. I needed to go further in where it wasn't, I didn't see sushi and I didn't see a Mexican restaurant. Like I needed to go like in there. We outside now, it was there.
All right. So Ryan has a question here. What are some of the things you look for when you're trying to produce music you enjoy?
Who knows? Honestly, it just comes out of nowhere. Like I find that not thinking about it gives me the most creativity. It's like, let me stop trying to make something happen. And then out of nowhere, like, hey, that sounds kind of cool. What do you think about this? Or what do you guys, it starts to, I start building off of some type of something that I heard. Like, for instance, right now we have like an old school inspired track that's about to come out that like is inspired by like Curtis Mayfield, but also like they're the king of Afrobeats, Fela Kuti, right? Who came over here and got some funk music back in the day and then went back over there and made Afrobeats, right? And so that's what the Afrobeats that we hear today is a rendition of back then, where it just goes to show how connected we actually really are. And so it's really cool to hear the old school inspired beats that Black America came up with and a Nigerian producer came up with. So that's pretty cool.
All right, so we got another question here from Scorpio. Is the goal to have an international roster of Black artists, or are you focusing on African artists specifically?
I consider Irosha Entertainment a Pan-African movement. We're yeah, seriously, like displaying for one, Africa has so many different styles of music that we really don't know a whole lot about, because we're Nigeria is like the forefront. They're like the Hollywood, you know what I mean, of the music scene in Africa. So all the giants, all of them are coming out of them. But then for me and my love for music, those other sounds like from Cameroon or from the Congo or from, Ghana or all these other places, Libya, all these other places that aren't necessarily getting that shine, open for it because I'm an independent label. I'm over here just like, let me hear it. Let's see what we can do. And then let's put you guys on a platform. So maybe that sound can be picked up as well, because like I said, there's so many different dope, great percussions that we all need to hear at some point.
All right, so I'm going to actually change it up on you guys a little bit, and we are going to go back to what we were talking about and see what Marlena's point of view is on Russell Wilson and Ciara. So Marlena, what you got to say about Russell Wilson and Ciara? Because I know you got an opinion about it.
Not the spot. I don't like people being in people's business.
Always. We talk about this.
I don't like people being in people's business. It always be the single people that be in people within relationships business. It be the people that can't stand other people as partners over here talking about somebody and their partner. It's just that I had to like, I'm so tired of hearing about people being mad at Ciara. I stopped, I had to just like, I couldn't put as much weight in or weigh in on this particular, because I'm still stuck on that song that they're mad about. I'm like, people were like, why are you, she's promoting, she's already married. I feel like the song was misconstrued. Like, don't need a man that has nothing to do with not wanting one. And that is a little bit, y'all don't want to talk about that. We was talking about her dress.
We do want to talk about that though, because They were talking about that too, though. They're like, oh, she's promoting not being with one man, blah, blah, blah. That's not what she's promoting at all.
No, she's promoting. She's promoting being freaking happy with yourself and with your decisions. And if that's something that means don't go with ashy lip there and go wait for your king, then you don't need him. You just need somebody that you actually want. That's just what it is. But no, I don't talk about that. But as far as like the double standard, honestly, about this our attire, I don't like the double standard that we are so like one moment we're okay, and I loved Rihanna's outfit. That's like an iconic outfit, right? The outfit where she looks like she's from the Roaring 20s, titties all out. I can say
yes.
Say okay. All of this out, right? Like, I was up there like, yeah, she's walking art, Ciara's over here, like you said, with her husband. And like I was talking to you a bit earlier about it, AJ, like, I just kind of feel like, let's talk about the steps that were taken up to us seeing this, right? So not only did their stylists were like, all right, this is what y'all about to wear, right? They came up with the idea of what they were going to wear. They matched each other as far as being a couple. They both had on black. They was like, all right, we about to get ready, put on the little roll on, whatever you're going to get my cufflinks. They got ready for however long it took them to get ready. They rolled in the car together. He wasn't like, I ain't taking no pictures with you. He stood next to his woman and was like, yeah, that's right. I'm about to take this home. And what y'all see, I'm about to fill all up everything that y'all ain't never going to feel.
I'm about to go have unprotected sex with her.
While everyone's still over here having whatever conversation they're having, she got on a different outfit today.
Me and her about to be clapping with no hands. I mean, like, so all right. So, Marlena, where can the people find you on social media?
Well, you can find me here, Prissy Pinkston. You can Google me, but seriously, you can. EroshaEntertainment.com is literally in the last week of its final steps of launching, which I'm so happy because we finally have so much content that it didn't make no sense just to have Iroko. You know what I mean? At the first point. So now we have Tinky and we have all of her work and my work and we have Iroko's work and our producers that are on the team now. So we actually have something that you guys are going to be really happy to see and give it about a week and a half. Irosha.
Okay.
Yes, but you can also find our music. Say it again.
You said Prissy Pinkston on Instagram, TikTok.
On Instagram, I'm on TikTok. You can find Iroko. You can find Tinky. They're all on all social media. Iroko is official Iroko, and Tinky is Tinky Barbie 51. And that is us.
All right. All right. So, Miss Jamie, where can everybody find you on social media?
You can find me on my Instagram at Miss Johnson 86. Hello, right there. Right there. And then on my Facebook, Jamie Johnson, you can just go through AJ's page and find me. I got TikTok, but I don't know what that is. I just go and stalk my kids' pages. That's all I really do on there. So
yeah, so you guys probably already know where to find me because you're already here. But if you want to follow me anywhere else, I'm Alonzo Jules everywhere. YouTube, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, all that. That's my goddamn name, Alonzo Jules. If you see anybody else with that name, let me know because I'm gonna sue them. That is my motherfucking name. Also, we're gonna throw this up on Spotify if you want to listen to it. You can follow me on Spotify. I'll have the link somewhere at some point in time. So for Miss Jamie Johnson, Miss Marlena Anderson, this is AJ Graham, aka Alonzo Jules, aka Dorian Twiggleberry, all those other names that I had came up with. Oh, Twitch, yes, I forgot. Yep, Twitch also. On Twitch. Alonzo _ Jules. I messed up making the name and I don't know how to get back to it. So I'm Alonzo _ Jules there. Eventually, I'll start playing video games again, whatever shit. I don't know. But until next Thursday, we will be talking about internet filters. And are they a problem? Or are they just for fun? And we will be talking about that. So, love, peace.
And chicken grease.
And we will see you later.
Bye.